Hello, good evening, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. Welcome to another episode. And first and foremost, big shout out to everyone in the comment section. If you can hear me, let me know in the comment section below. We're going to be covering that monumental occasion for Jamaica at these Olympic Games as we heard the national anthem in the Paris Olympics for the first time. And last night we were here and we spoke about the importance of the field events. And here they are again coming up trumps for the Jamaica Olympic team. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Janelle Broomfield. We're going to talk about the hurdlers and a whole lot more during this show. If you're new to Halftime TV, welcome. Remember, smash the like button and subscribe as soon as you jump onto the live stream. We'll also be streaming live tomorrow morning for the yeah, big up. We'll also be streaming live tomorrow morning. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties this morning, and we didn't get the opportunity to do so. So I apologize in advance. We'll be streaming for all the events that are happening tomorrow. So look out for those streams as well. All right. So housekeeping. Remember, keep it respectful in the comment section. We want this to be a safe space where folks can come and share their thoughts. So please, if you don't agree with someone, do not disrespect them. You can respectfully disagree. All right. So I'll say it again. You can respectfully disagree. So if you don't agree with someone, you don't necessarily have to disrespect them. As a matter of fact, if you disrespect them in the comment section and I see it, I'm going to put you on timeout. More love. Big up yourself. More love to you, Deborah. Big up as well. And as I said, remember, smash the like button, subscribe to Halftime TV if you haven't yet done so. We're 1,500 subscribers away from 25,000. So let's make it happen. But I think we can make it happen tomorrow. What do you guys think? I think so. So we have a ton load of action scheduled for tomorrow. And I know you guys can't wait. I can't wait either. And it kicks off tomorrow morning bright and early. So before we even get to tomorrow morning, however, we're going to be chatting a little bit about the events that transpired today. So Junelle Wisdom, he's out of the diving. This is his third and final Olympics for Jamaica. So we wish him well and we appreciate everything that he's done for the sport. He's been like dropping in schools in Jamaica, bringing more awareness to diving because again, I think everyone on here knows this, but when it comes down to Jamaica, we focus primarily on the track. So we have 1 and 2 athletes, as you see, have you seen at the Olympic Games, who will do events here and there. But the primary focus is on the track and field, I must say. But anything outside of that, you'll find maybe the odd person. Outside of that, no, nothing. So Wisdom, we saw Wisdom who did the Junelle Wisdom did the diving, and we had a gentleman who did the swimming as well a little bit earlier. So big shout out to both of them. And I hope more kids are motivated to participate in those events. And in next couple of years, when I'm sitting here, hopefully I'm not sitting here doing a live stream again. Hopefully by then I'll be in the stands or something. But in the next couple of years, we will see more Jamaicans participate in other events in the Olympic Games, like other disciplines. Okay, so we're keeping our fingers crossed. So big shout out to those trailblazers, Junelle Wisdom and company. The sponsors, Quick Shipping, telephone number 876-454-1979. Go ahead and check them out. As I said, the back to school shenanigans, reach out to them and they'll have you guys covered. Okay, so I know usually this time of year it's super busy. Everyone's shuffling to get the back to school shoes or the back to school bag or all these things. Reach out to Quick Shipping and they'll get it in Jamaica for you at the most affordable prices. Okay, so check them out and they'll have you covered. Okay, all right. Yeah. As we continue our conversation or stream this evening, we'll try to keep it to roughly an hour because, as I said, we'll be back here early tomorrow morning to cover the events that are happening. I saw an interesting comment today or a post from a prominent journalist in the Jamaican space. Prominent journalist in the Jamaican space saying that the IOC is doing everything in their power to ensure that Noah Lyles beats the 200-meter record because of the additional rest day and him being placed in lane 5, even after being placed second in his semi-final. So the 200-meter semi-final, we saw it today. Noah Lyles, as he was in the 100 meters, he was beaten in the semi-final, but this time around he was beaten by Let's See Let Tobago. The usual culprits we told you before they even ran, that we expected Let's See Let Tobago, Ryan Knighton, and Kenneth Bednarek to progress through on top of their respective semi-finals. Well, not Let's See Let Tobago, but Ryan Knighton and Kenneth Bednarek. It was always Noah Lyles, and in second place it was Noah Lyles. So Noah Lyles and Let's See Let Tobago, however, the rules were shifted a little bit. Let's See Let Tobago taking first place for now, and that young man is having such a tough year, so our prayers are with him as he continues his quest for glory at these Olympic Games. So big up Let's See Let Tobago, youngster doing amazing things for Botswana, and I know he has a very bright future ahead of him. But let's scroll down a little bit. And I'll be sharing my screen shortly. Remember, smash the like button as soon as you hop onto the live stream. Attitude have changed a bit concerning the field events. I think more of our people will be doing more events, and I know they will do just as well on the track or even better. Bear in the building. Big up yourself, Bear Johnson. We finally got to ring the bell. Yes, we did. I was wondering if we were ever going to get an opportunity to ring it. And to be honest, after Kishane Thompson, I actually thought we weren't going to get an opportunity to ring it. But I think the hopes are still very much alive. We have 3 in the final of the 110-meter hurdles, so look out for that. We also have our females, Jenny Brown and Nugent and Danielle Williams, all progressing to the next round of the 100-meter hurdles as well. So a lot to be hopeful about. Jamaica looks as if we may very well end these championships with maybe 8 medals. Let's see. It could get to 10. I know a lot of folks had a couple gold medals in there, but let's see how much more we have to clear. But in the discus throw, and I want to talk about the discus throw. All right, so discus throw. Work me up, work me away, work me up forward. yeah, it's been a hectic week for me as well, I must say. Hectic week, very hectic week. But I'm trying my best to ensure that I hop on here if it's even once per day. Tomorrow I'll try to come on maybe 2 or 3 times, but I try to hop on at least once per day to provide some coverage. All right, so this is the result for the discus throw. We have Roger Stoner, the Jamaican, registering an Olympic record, right? An Olympic record, Roger. And I think this is something that will be talked about for years to come, because we participate in these events year in, year out, but I don't think there's anyone who genuinely has this down as an event that Jamaica will be expecting to secure a gold medal in. Not only a gold medal, let me even put it down a bit further. We don't even expect Jamaica to get a medal in these. All right, so this is the first gold medal for Jamaica in field events at the Olympics, the first gold medal for Jamaica at this Olympics, and this is a new Olympic record. So, so many records for Roger, and I think he deserves all the credit in the world, deserves all the plaudits. I'm going to have to interview only that. I'm going to TV. All right. So as I said, it's the only it's the only time we've secured gold medal in the field events at the Olympic Games, and this is an amazing achievement for this gentleman. And again, I have Jaden Hibbert getting a medal as well in the triple jump. So let's see what he comes up with. He's through to the final round for those who were paying attention a little bit earlier on today. So, Jaden Hibbert, the ball is now in your court, and I know lots of Jamaicans are expecting you to do well. But for Roger, I think amazing, amazing, and we were worried that we weren't going to ring the bell, and we spoke about it last night as well. The field events, they don't get enough credit. They don't get almost no sponsorship whatsoever. It's almost as if they're feeding on scraps, and they're still going out there and they're still representing. So congratulations again. And last night I dedicated an entire show to the athletes who compete in the field events, because it's not one of the most glamorous. It's not one of those events or disciplines that kids will readily volunteer to participate in. Some say similar to throwing the discus, similar to throwing a frisbee. But the throw was something incredible for sure, and I enjoyed every minute of it. I enjoy the national anthem. Just a thought of the national anthem being played in the stadium, and I think it's one of those things where yesterday was Independence Day, and we were on here singing the national anthem, and the national anthem was playing at the Puma headquarters as well, or the Puma base in Paris, and everyone was talking about it. Jamaica, the Jamaican track and field fans actually were worried, I must say, because of so much disappointment that we've gotten at these Olympic Games. A news report came out earlier on today that over 80 athletes actually tested positive for COVID-19, and a few of those athletes are Jamaican. So we've had athletes who tested positive for COVID. They've gone out there and they've still competed. So big shout out to all the athletes who are representing Jamaica in Paris. If you've gone out there and you've represented, we respect you 150%, because we know what it's like. Well, we don't know what it's like, but based on the reports that we've received, it's not the greatest of conditions. So big shout out to you for representing, and for us, the fans sitting at home. I'll implore on those who constantly criticize these athletes are going through a whole lot. All right. And sometimes they can be selfish, as is the case with certain athletes, because they want to secure their bag, which is fine. But also we have to understand that they are human beings before anything else, and they're pushing through all these trials and all these tribulations, as my grandmother would say, to ensure that they compete and they represent to the best of their ability. So big shout out to all the athletes down there in Paris. All right, so let's jump over to the comment section before we continue our discussion. Hi, good evening to you too, Saskia. Today was a good day, Ayana said. Vera said, work, have our away. Very poor thing. Sports Fanatic says, stunning throw. Stoner wasn't even close to being a medal threat. True. And that I think that's the amazing thing about the field events too, because you have those days where it's almost as if, I don't know, it's just different ball game, and something just comes out of nowhere and you're on the podium. And an Olympic record beating the world record holder cannot overstate this performance. Yeah, it's Jamaica's performance of the Olympics so far. Not necessarily because it's a gold medal, that kind of helps it, but also because of the significance of this throw coming into the Olympic Games. He wasn't a contender. No one had him as a favorite. No one, I don't even think anyone was even paying attention to the discus. We're thinking, hey, just another field event where we brought maybe someone else to compete. So, yeah, it is what it is. It's one of those. And as I said, for the field events, they've been doing their thing and they've been keeping Team Jamaica afloat at these Olympic Games. Last night we came on and we said the field events have accounted for 75% of Jamaica's medals at these Olympic Games. At the time, we had 4 medals, and 3 of those medals had come in the field. Add one more to it. No, I saw that big throughout my lunch break. Lynette, the guy been training how long? I think he's been training to that ding dong song. You shoulder feel. Yeah, so stone of your fling. But yes, take this an example well deserved goal. True. Well, so people leave home and go catch COVID in France. Well, may God keep them. Yes, and the World Health Organization published a document as well, and COVID is very much alive, folks. It hasn't gone. There are a lot of people who are still suffering from COVID-19. I have a colleague a couple of weeks ago. She was like stuck at home for I think a week and some because she tested positive for COVID. Based on the news that I've heard, it's even worse than the last time. Never gotten COVID, knock on wood. I don't know what it's like, so I just hope I don't get it. But for the athletes to be competing with COVID-19, no easy feat. All right, Audrey Davis saying Jaden said he almost withdrew today, but the doctor said he could continue, so it seems he's dealing with some issues. Maybe he may very well be one of those victims as well, because they said a couple members or a few members of the Jamaican team, I think one of them was, what's her name? Lani Tabit Thomas, I think so. I think one of them was Lani Tabit Thomas, who competed in the 200 meters, was it? Yeah, I think one of them was her, and a few more. So my prayers are out there with the athletes who are competing in Paris, because we know how difficult it is. All right, we've spoken about the discus. I think Roger Stoner, heroes welcome when he gets to Jamaica. Massive throw, 70 flat, Olympic record. We have Mikolas Alekna out of Lithuania with 69.97, and Matthew Denny out of Australia secured bronze with 69.31. So that's 1, 2, 3 in the discus throw. So we'll scribble down a little bit, because we had Hansel Parchment, we had Broadbell, and we had Orlando Bennett as well competing in the hurdles. And I must say, our athletes did what they had to do to get it done. They did what they had to do to get it done. Also in the men's 400 meters, that happened today as well. Quincy Hall from the United States securing gold. And I know we spoke about this last night. Matthew Hudson-Smith out of Great Britain was silver, and Mudzala Samukonga out of Zambia was third. I know there were folks asking if Kirani James would get on the podium, and we spoke about him not being at his best. So there you have it, both athletes from the Caribbean finishing 4th and 5th there, missing out on those medal places. But congratulations nonetheless to Kirani James and Jareem Richards, as they did well in their own right. So big day ahead. But I want to speak a little bit about the hurdles, and I won't go as far back as to speak about the women's hurdles, the 100-meter hurdles. I'll take it to the 110-meter hurdles, the semi-final round that we saw, because we need to be hopeful now, because as far as probabilities go, Jamaica is there. Jamaica is in the mix right now, because we have 3 athletes in the final for the 110-meter hurdles. So based on probability, we're in the mix. And while I even scroll down there, let me check what the comments are saying. I don't know. So after what can be done to make Kishan get his gold medal based on the rule, which they didn't follow. Congrats to Stone. I don't know. I don't know what can be done. But like the Jamaican voices, I find they aren't as loud when they're dealing with these big organizations. Like when they're dealing with each other, very loud. But when it comes down to dealing with these big weeks, I find that they're a little bit more tail between the legs kind of vibe. So I don't know. I haven't heard anything about them appealing. I don't know where it will go from there. But I think it was on TVJ that the analyst, the track and field analyst, clearly came out and explained what the rules stated as it relates to ties. So let's see if they'll pursue that, if they'll submit a case based on that. So let's see. The August 4th. Why am I so far back? What date is today? It's August 7th. All right. So Hansel Parchment again, barely making it through. Barely making it through. I think he got the news that he was going to receive a national award. Motivated him to make a last push for it. So here it is on your screen. So in semifinal number 1, we had Grant Holloway with 12.98 seconds. He won his semifinal. Enrique Lopez out of Spain, 13.17 was second, and Hansel Parchment, equaling his season's best of 13.19, was third. And this is semifinal number 1 of the 110-meter hurdles, folks. In number 2, we had Rashid Broadbell, 13.21. He went out there and he did what he had to do, powered through the finish line ahead of Freddie Crittenden out of the United States. And as I oftentimes say, it's not the fastest athlete who generally wins the hurdles, but it's the athlete who is able to maneuver the hurdles properly. All right, so you may be the fastest among the pack, but on the day, you get a slight clip of one of the hurdles and it throws you off completely. And then you have extra work to do to regain momentum to finish that race. So again, folks, going into the finals, the Jamaicans just need to ensure that first and foremost, they maneuver the hurdles properly. All right. Once they maneuver the hurdles properly, they can be super quick because then they don't have any extra catching up to do. So Orlando Bennett was a winner for semifinal number 3 with 13.09, a personal best. Daniel Roberts out of the United States, 13.10, and he qualifies as well. So going into the final, we have Daniel Roberts out of the United States, Freddie Crittenden out of the United States, and Grant Holloway out of the United States. We also have Hansel Parchment, the Jamaican. We have Rashid Broadbell, the Jamaican, and we have Orlando Bennett, the Jamaican. So 3 Jamaicans, 3 Americans, and 1 athlete from Spain makes the cut. So this will be very interesting. This will be an interesting race. We have the Japanese as well, Rashid Murataki, making it through to the final. So let's see what the 110-meter hurdles has in store for us. But I must say, it's Jamaica versus the United States, and it would be good if Jamaica can get 2 medals from the hurdles. And this is another one of those events that we don't really give enough credit, and it seems as if each year we're doing better and better in the hurdles. So big shout out to all 3 of the Jamaican athletes who will be representing in the 110-meter hurdles, as we will be looking to cover that as well. All right, so turn the notification on from now, folks. We have Rashawn Clark as well, the youngster, who said he's not going to Paris just to make up space. He's not going there just to take up space. He's going there to compete, and he's going there to get on the podium. So let's see what he can do in the finals of his 400-meter hurdles as well. So okay. All right, so we've covered the events that we're looking forward to. I also want to speak about Janelle Broomfield. All right, I want to speak about Janelle Broomfield because today in particular was a day where those who have been criticizing Junelle over the last couple of days / weeks, they actually got something to laugh about. And I I won't laugh about it because I know how much effort it requires for these athletes. And from the onset, I shared my views on this channel, what I thought of the entire situation with herself and Noah Lyles and him going on the interview and all of that. I also shared my thoughts on what I thought about Junelle coming out and basically clapping back at the critics. And no, it's come back to basically, it's come back to bite her. It's come back to haunt her. And she is the talk of the town. She is the running meme right now. So I think, had it been a case where she had left it as is, she wouldn't be in this predicament right now. So naturally, you love who you love and you choose who you choose. It's your choice. And I think a lot of people have a problem with the fact that she chose Noah Lyles. I don't. Like, it's her choice. They had the discussion. He made it public. Again, it's their choice. People made more of it than it actually was. But again, my thought is that she made the situation worse. And now that she has failed to medal, she has, yep, I agree 100%, Deborah. 100%, I agree. Now that she's failed at the Olympics, I won't even say failed, because just getting to the Olympics is a massive feat. So I don't think she failed. Naturally, she didn't get the best result. She didn't get the result that she would have been expecting, especially on the back of what Noah Lyles did and continues to do at these Olympic Games. No, it begs a whole lot of questions, and not necessarily a lot of questions, because those who are criticizing and those who have bad things to say are those who are just simply bitter, in my opinion. And even if she's placed, and I'm looking for her race because I want to pull it up here. Okay, so the women's 400-meter semifinal, right? Okay, good. We have it here. All right, so we have it on the screen here. So this is the race that Janelle Broomfield was in. And let me tell you straight off the bat, this is one of those semifinal races that very few Jamaicans were paying attention to. And even if they were, let me tell you, they were bitter. They were hoping for her to do badly. For those of us who didn't really care, we were rooting for us to do well. But for the masses, they were just waiting for her to miss up so they could get something to laugh about. And that's exactly what happened. She finished in 8th, or she finished last, put it that way, with a time of 51.93. Not one of her better races, I must say. And matters even made worse when we saw Nikisha Price finishing 4th in her semifinal, and Stacey and Williams finishing 2nd to last as well. But no one will be talking about Stacey and Williams. No one will be talking about Nikisha Price. Everyone will be talking about Janelle Broomfield. And for those who are on Twitter, I'm gonna tell you right now, please stay away from Twitter. Please stay away from Twitter, because they've been dragging her, and this is all because of her actions, in my opinion. Right? So for the Halftime TV folks, for the loyal Halftime TV fans, please, guys, don't respond to everything you see on social media. Right? So social media is a very dark place. It can be a very dark place, and oftentimes you see things and some people feel compelled to say something about it. Don't. Right? Just take a step back and take a couple of deep breaths. You don't have to say anything, right? And that's what happened here with Janelle Broomfield, because it got super personal. Everything was outside. It's no far beyond track and field, and I don't support it. I hate it. And as I said, she basically fueled some keyboard warriors who are waiting on something to grab onto, and who don't have anything better to do with themselves than to judge people and to gimmick on social media. So Janelle Broomfield, she she was placed last in her semifinal. And looking across the field and seeing her partner Noah Lyles doing so well, the Jamaican fans who weren't pleased with the initial situation to begin with, they're having a field day with her. But Janelle, hold your head up. I'm pretty sure you will be better next time around. So regardless, we're proud of you. You made it through to the semifinal round. And to all the ladies as well, not just Janelle, but Stacey and Nikisha, we're proud of each one of you as you continue to represent the black, green, and gold on the global stage. All right, so looking ahead now, tomorrow, and this is the morning session for tomorrow because we have a packed day. We have a couple of finals to cover. We have I believe the 4x100 meter. Tomorrow's when? I don't even know what day tomorrow is. Is tomorrow Thursday? Yeah, tomorrow is Thursday. All right, so tomorrow is Thursday. Our coverage of track and field action begins at, I want to say, 4:30. Sounds a little bit early, eh? All right, so let's start it at 4:30. So the 4x100 relays round 1 for women starts at 5:10, and then we have the 4x100 meter relays round 1 for men starting at 5:35. So let's see what the starters are looking at. So Jamaica will be running in heat number 2. Jamaica will be running in heat number 2. The 4x100 meter relay, Jamaica runs in heat number 2. Don't worry, we'll be covering it. We'll have you guys covered. This is 4:30 kind of action, so we will be covering it for sure. That's unfair though. She is not in his class as an athlete. Bitterness, may God forget. That's the one thing with Jamaicans. They don't forget anything. All right. So, and they'll be reminding her. Look, they'll be reminding her. She probably, I don't know. I'd probably deactivate my social media. Because Jamaican did not make it to the finals. So what, she won't be the first nor second. I agree, Anne-Marie. I agree. Wholeheartedly. I agree. So I won't go through the entire list of events for tomorrow. But I will say this, we will be live streaming the 4x100 meters. We will be live streaming the 200 meters final, and we will be live streaming all the other finals tomorrow as well. So I think for the afternoon session tomorrow, that's when the ball gets rolling the real way, because we have so much coming up in the afternoon, and Halftime TV will be covering it. We'll be ensuring that you, the viewers and subscribers, are kept up to date on everything that's happening tomorrow. So if you're on your lunchtime, or if you're not, even if you're not on lunch, you can put your headphones in. You can tune in. 200 meter final is 2:30. We don't have a horse in that race, but nonetheless, we will be tuning in to see the spectacle that it promises to be. We have the women's 400 meter hurdles. We have someone in that race that I expect to get on the podium, and we will be bringing that as well. And then at 3:45, we have the 110 meter hurdles finals, and I just spoke about it. We have 3 Jamaicans lining up in that one. So Hans Apartment, Rashid Broadbell, and Orlando Bennett, they're all lined up, and they're all expected to compete in the 110 meter hurdles. I'll be bringing that to you as well. So we'll leave it at that for this evening, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. Let's hear what your thoughts are on the entire situation. Drop some comments down below on that magnificent performance from Jamaica's first person to win Olympic gold in the field event, Roger Stoner, and also the Janelle Broomfield situation. She's been receiving a whole lot of flack, whole lot of stick on social media. Let's hear what your thoughts are on that as well. All right, so remember, like, share, subscribe. Let's get the channel to 25,000 subscribers. We're only 1,500 away, so let's make it happen. Shout out to the sponsors as well for constantly and diligently supporting Halftime TV. So family, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 4:30 a.m. Please go ahead and get some sleep now. We'll talk in the morning bright and early. Peace out.